Okay, welcome back to the episode 2. We have more gold to spend, so what we can do is check the traders, see if they have anything good for us. So for example, there's a better chest we can take from normal trader. We're gonna check for legs and gloves. They do not exist. The store is the same. So yeah, very much default gear. We just bought a gray orb, a white dagger, and a mystic vestment. Of course, we can use the trade chat and buy a better orb, but let's do it with the default one. This is more of a harder start, especially because Ignite is nerfed, and some people are saying like, oh, Ignite doesn't work anymore, it's nerfed, it's unplayable. So let's try to do it as the worst case scenario and then upgrade eventually and, you know, get to the end. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Same goal as last time. This time around we can actually fight if we want. It's not as optimal because we have very bad dagger and orb. If you don't know, the orb and the spellbook scale really good with your spells, so you want to have a better quality orb, in this case blue, as soon as possible. So Ignite, clear this coordinates real quick. Now the benefit of dagger and orb is that we are also much more mobile compared to staff. We hear someone coming. It's a rogue. We want to build some distance. I believe even with this gear we'll be able to outplay the rogue, so let's see if he opens the door. Gonna sit down just for a moment. This doesn't make noise. I can also look around. He opens the door. Let's try it, yeah. He's invisible. Let's see if we can do Arcane Missile. Okay, our Ignite shield is off. We don't want to fight when that happens. We know he's invisible there. We can wait it out. As soon as our Arcane shield is up, we can fight again. We also have a green potion, right? So let's do that. You spawned it. Remember, when you jump into him, he's gonna break in this field. What we have not done, we have made a mistake now. The mistake was we didn't activate Arcane Shield before fighting. Go for the head if we can. There you go. He did not break our Arcane Shield or potion. You see? And I played it really bad. I didn't aim for the head. I played it like what a casual player will do. Go for the body. Now we have another challenger. What can we do? Let's think real quick. Do we have Arcane Shield? No. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this. We're gonna pop out Ignite. We're gonna try to zap him a bit. You see what spell he has? So right now we're gonna try to get as much distance as possible. We're gonna press X for that. Make him chase us. We're gonna recreate Ignite again. We're just waiting for our Arcane Shield. And we're going to go finish the job. He's in here. Again, simply because you're using dagger doesn't mean that you cannot fight that. Crouch for the hit. Absorb the next one. You can run backwards. Zap. This is called a jump tech, and you can see it works out. So what did we do here? With the grey dagger and the grey orb, we fought two people. We played it smart with Arcane Shield, and now you can see why Ignite is much better, and you can see how also you can play without Meditate, because a Meditate is a bait for new players. It's a very bad spell. You should probably avoid using it. So what happened here? We fought two people. He also had Judgment, which is a PvP spell. It's not a PvE spell. And even though we made some mistakes, we managed to kill two people. So even if you're making mistakes as a starter player, you're not aiming for the head, you can win fights very easily, even with Grey Dagger. That's the most important part you have to remember. Okay? Now, if I had Blue Orb and Blue Dagger, he was dead into hits. Even if so, yes. We're very strong. Make sure you play around your Arcane Shield. The most important thing is to not play Meditate. Do not play Meditate. Make sure you have Arcane Shield. Make sure you activate Arcane Shield and fight around it. This is the key point you should be taking from these videos. The old ones and now. Ignite nerf is almost non-existent. Ignite was worse in playtest than it's now. It's still very good spell. It's still very doable, and you'll see as we go forward with better gear. You don't want to stand up because you lose your light red HP and you won't be able to recover it anymore. I'm also staying down because I'm recovering all of my spells. It's as simple as that. Normal resting is better than meditate because you're also recovering HP. You can look around, you can hear everything, you cannot get surprised, you cannot get shot in the head because you don't hear anything from sound and so on. Meditate again is a bait for new players. I'm pretty sure they're gonna remove it or they're gonna rework it into a perk or something like that because as it is right now, it's the worst spell in the wizard kit in my opinion, and I have spoken to a lot of top leaderboard wizards like me, and we all share more or less the same opinion. But yeah, you can see with the Grey Dagger, something I did at the end was jump and do a jump tech, and I cancel my cast on purpose because I don't think like a normal person will do that right away. So just remember to jump when you're trying to cast spells, because you benefit from not getting slowed down when you cast. And our goal right now is to just extract. We can use Arcane Missile and Zaps for this guy. You can see we're wasting one spell to kill a goblin when it could be Ignite or normal stats. That's why it's not efficient, and that's why Ignite in general is a better PvE clear speed. As you can see, because look, I still have Ignite, I can attack a second goblin. I cannot attack a second goblin with Arcane Missile. Unless I have more gear, but if I have more gear... Okay, what happened now? What we did? We did not activate Arcane Shield, and we stayed still to get attacked by a ranged goblin. So we want to make sure that we don't do such mistakes. So for example, what do? We wait for him to shoot. Is he gonna do that? No. We can kite him over the top as well. If you don't know what to do, we can cast some spells. If you worry, what did we do? We give him a spell. Why? Because we do not have the correct spell. So again, you see how I'm making mistakes like you do? Do not panic, play smart, and you'll do just fine, okay? Again, those are mistakes, just so you don't have to say, oh, but he's not doing any mistakes, he's not taking damage, I'll take damage from PvE, I'm new to the game, etc, etc. I'm trying to do the best I can to showcase that this is not the case, okay? Yes, we can die now because we did mistakes, and that's of course, it's on us. It's not Ignite being bad, it's not Wizard being bad, it's just not playing optimal. So we make sure to not blame the class, but blame your misplays. Something else we can do right now is sit on the ground to recover more HP and spells. But first we have to make it to the zone. So we're gonna be doing just that. Crouch here because there's a trap. You can see it here, this is the trap. There's two ways you can extract. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a portal in this room or in the room behind me usually. But I think I heard someone outside, so I'm gonna regain my HP before going in. We have to open two doors to get to the zone, and to the in the zone is also the exit gate, the default extract, which is always there for one person. We can eventually check that, but I'm gonna try to use a portal because some of you new players might not know where the gate is or how to get there. So again, we're trying to do it more hardcore this time around, especially for brand new players, to showcase exactly the potential of PvP. As you can see, we killed two people. And even if you make mistakes on PvE, you can still sit down, recover your HP, rather than meditate and then sit down, because you're wasting more time that way. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do Ignite in case there's no camping on the other side. It's not optimal because we don't have full HP. So this way to the right is the other extract. Now, if you're new to the game, I suggest not opening many doors and running into ropes and waiting for portals. So you can hide up here and you can listen. There's going to be another portal. You can also see on top right. We just heard the portal. Okay, we heard it like around here. Let's do that. We're going to open the door. We're going to go back in case there's a rope. We heard someone downstairs. Activate Arcane Shield before opening the portal. We're not even gonna risk to loot. We're just gonna get out. So again, second episode, we used default gear, very bad gear, horrible gear, 9 gold, grey orb, rondel dagger, and we killed 2 people and we made it out. And you can see the potential of the build already. I promise if you play spellbook, you're not gonna be able to do what I just did, because you'll need to be casting way more spells and you won't be able to do that versus a rogue without risking losing more HP or dying. Okay, let's see the build now. So right now we have more than 100 gold. And let's say we sell 20 gold for potions. We started with 2,784. We have well more than 100 gold. Buy a good dagger and a good orb. So let's do that. I'll see you on the episode 3, where I'm gonna put the shopping first and then the episode 3. See you then.